Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be a daily T collective energy update for those guided here. All right. First card that came out for the collective, we have number 11. Jeez, my words. Number 11, master number, teacher, awakening, diving for light. So there's something here that could be tough, but this is emphasizing how brave you are, how you're diving for light. And while it can be a lot simpler to look for the light in the heavenly, in that which is blissful and sweet and loving and kind, but to look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart will attempt. You might not feel that you've taken such a journey by choice, yet you've taken this wise challenge on from deep within your soul. Your innermost being has invoked this situation in your life with the intention that you grow in power and wisdom and creative juice. Right? It also wants you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live with zest and courage. The Oracle of diving for light speaks of a time when you're called into darkness through life circumstances, situations, relationships, challenges, inner struggles even that maybe defy clear understanding. There could be creative blocks or a sense of being in the void, or feelings of depression or rage or sadness, fear, anxiety. There may or may not be an obvious cause, probably, but maybe not. There might not be an obvious justification for your experience of darkness, right? You might not need a reason to be able to accept it. Likewise, you may struggle to find an unconditional acceptance of your experience. Just know that you're actually right on track and right where you need to be. Right? Our creative process and our spiritual path go through a similar turning of the wheel. There's summer or spring and summer in the seasons of our soul, as well as in the earthly ones. And then there's the autumn harvest, and there's the death inherent in winter, when energy is concentrated and pulled within to seek out the darkness where it can rest and regenerate and simply be until the time's right for new life and energy and creative inspiration to burst forth. Right? When diving for light, you must be willing to bear the darkness and understand that it has a purpose, much like winter does. Right? It's not in air or through a lack of consciousness that you're here now. It's a testament to your spiritual growth and creative process, not a sign that they're lacking or stalling. Although you are very powerful, you're also vulnerable at this time. You need to be alert to sabotage and to criticism that may make your progress more difficult than it already is. Right? That would be unnecessary. You also need to be vigilant against the darker forces within you. There are voices that you may not expect, particularly if you're a pure-hearted being who typically resonates with love and positive energies. These voices or feelings might surprise you with their dark intensity. Right? They may be feelings of hate or terror or dread or wanting to sleep because anything further is just too hard. They may contain vicious criticism of yourself or tell you that your inner work is pointless, unoriginal, that you're not worth it or you're stupid. Right? These dark forces might try to tell you that you're on the wrong path, suggest that you might fail, or, ask with condensation, who the hell do you think you are? It's that imposter syndrome coming up as well. But you got to stay in your heart and do not believe these dark forces. Stay in compassion. Fear creates the energy of anger and hate and destructiveness, and these forces are part of life. We don't have to be frightened of them, nor do we need to deny their existence or try to ignore them in order to find light in the darkness. We can just hold compassion and be intelligently aware so that we can avoid being seduced into a trap of needing to prove ourselves, or into the mistaken belief that we need to fight against darkness. It's too easy to get caught up trying to heal the dark. Darkness just is. Recognize it when it's there and be in your compassionate heart. All you need to do is make a choice. Will you stay in your heart, or will you be seduced by darkness and overcome by hate or sleepiness? Diving for light is a spiritual test. And it's a threshold for all true creative work. We successfully navigate our way through this test and pass the threshold into new creative birth by staying connected to the light of compassion in our own hearts. It's not an easy test, but it's one that you need to be ready for. Otherwise, you must be ready for it. Okay? Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming to you right now. Just remember, it's the light of the heart that sustains. It exists within us always, even in the darkest depths of unknown terrain. This also talks about how there's a darkness within or around you that could become problematic if left unchecked. Okay, so there may be, something you need to look at or handle. If for no particular reason you find yourself feeling angry or irritated or hopeless or, more tired than usual, just make sure that you are coming from a place of compassion. You're learning this lesson and the unending power of compassion because you're ready for it. And that was a lot on one card. I realized. If you would like the extended version of this reading where we'll get into the rest of them, please make sure that you are on my YouTube channel. It's linked in my bio. I'll see you there. All right, coming straight back into the extended version. I'll try not to be so long on each of these cards, but I just felt like that was an important message that needed to come out. Okay, in the next card we have number 30, breaking down to a 3, the mind-body-soul connection, the perfection of your life. And this talks about how, have you ever seen a storm pictured from above? It can appear to be so beautiful and elegant, and this is definitely a different experience compared to like the ground view, which can be quite a violent experience. And this is how they're showing you how there is great beauty in your life right now. However, at this point in the natural process, you might be experiencing it as anxiety inducing rather than beautiful. You might sense it as some internal chaos. You might feel as if something it's waiting to erupt from within, like a restlessness or an anxiety. Perhaps the chaos, you can't really understand where it's coming from, or maybe it's fully fledged and a person or a situation in your life is causing all kinds of havoc or change and uncertainty, upheaval in your world. And whether the chaos seems subtle, strong, internal, external, this oracle brings the same message. All is unfolding according to a perfect higher order. I repeat that. All is unfolding according to a perfect higher order. And that was the underlying tone in this one as well. right? You're currently enduring a cosmic spiritual storm, which is having an impact on you. It's clearing things out, ruffling feathers, right? Preparing you for that lovely, super fresh, uplifting feeling that one experiences after the storm is finally passed. You know, even if you cannot believe there's anything happening, even at a subtle level, maybe because you feel stuck or denied or bored, stale, this oracle talks about no matter what appears to be, in the truth, there's only the unfolding creative genius of the universe. You're not forgotten. You've never been looked over. You've not been denied, found, you know, wanting or rejected. You're not unworthy. Maybe you need to do something to get some of that energy out, to release, you know, do like a rain dance, or rage or weep or pray or dance or sing or paint, express, right? Whatever's needed, however it's needed to, you know, exercise the blocked energy in your heart. And then call on the powerful perfection of your life path as it aligns for the next creative turn and of the, you know, spiral of life. The next card we have, number 31, breaking down to a 4, which talks about creating stability. Trust yourself. You're wise. You know how to grow even without knowing how you know. Ooh, I like that. Like the, you know, ancient forests and spectacular galaxies and the acorn that becomes the oak. There's natural intelligence for growth that's beyond logic and reason. It just happens. Right? At the deepest levels, we're governed by this force. So it's so palpable that it literally shapes the world. And at the same time, it's so invisible that sometimes we forget its presence and worry that our minds have to work everything out for life to happen and for us to be all right. We can become unnecessarily anxious about our own affairs and how life will unfold. But this card brings the message that you're growing. You really are. Don't doubt it. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground, right? Below the earth, it's summoning up all its might and power and force it needs to push above the topsoil and burst into the light. It's essential for anything good to happen later on. Yet we don't see any of that. We just have to trust that things will happen when the time is right. And so you're also being asked to trust yourself. You know how to grow. Don't overthink things. It won't help you. Don't worry so much. You're doing a great job in this game of life. When you trust yourself, you relax. And then you can heed your own wisdom and insight and messages much more clearly and easily. You have, you know, a big destiny in this lifetime, so much to experience. And sometimes you make the error of judging something that's unpleasant as negative or a mistake, but it isn't. It's just part of your great hunger for experience. It doesn't mean that you have to have a lot of it, but when you do, don't shame yourself for it. Just simply let it be. Maybe it's just a fertilizer for your next step on the path. It's all part of the life process. It's all a sign of growth. Don't resist any points of instability in your life right now. This even applies to your most treasured relationships or creative projects. That instability is just a growing pain because more consciousness, more love, more light wants to infiltrate and you know, pervade all parts of your life. The instability is not a sign of sickness. It's a sign of growth. So don't fret, okay? Instead, choose to flow, choose to grow. Then we got Come to Me, number 43, and I love this card. It looks like she's like literally painting herself into the picture. Did I say come to me? That's interesting. It's come to life. 43 breaking down to a 7, spiritual awakenings, logic, reasoning. That's very interesting as it come to me. I think I did. Anyway, come to life. You are the most sacred of all sacred artworks. You're bringing life. You're bringing yourself to life right now, and this is how it must be. Of course, something being essential doesn't mean it'll always be easy, but you've got to support yourself and have the courage to get through this. It's a process. Your monkey mind is probably wanting to run the show. It might have a lot to say and at times even be pretty convincing, but it's not the one in charge. Your mind can inspire you with ideas. However, it's the real you that speaks through your rebellious sacred heart and is living your life, not the monkey mind. Right? The mind is not much more than a swirling a bunch of habitual reactions, right? It's beneath those habitual thoughts, there's a deep sensual and creative and energetic awakening happening to you. It's far beyond what the mind is now capable of controlling. And others might not like it because of how it shakes things up. But coming to life tends to do that, right? It's whatever it is, it's happening now, and the only real choice that you have to make is how you deal with it, right? Whatever this circumstance is, coming to life means feeling. It might bring joy, but it could equally bring sadness or rage or fear. It could bring all of these things and more. And feelings, they come and go quite swiftly when allowed to flow. You might need to paint or write or, enact a little ritual or sing or dance, pray, to help the energy flow. Right? Don't hold back. Create the space that you need for yourself to do it. And in this process, you're uncovering the artistry of the universal creator. Right? You're honoring the sacredness of life by exploring it without restraint. And that includes the flow of your feelings. You don't have to do anything with them other than express. You may want to analyze, you may not. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're getting in touch with the feeling. Learning how to access your feelings allows you to learn how to access your intuition and creative inspiration and genuine internal guidance. And these aspects flow all from the same place. They're often couched within your feelings in the form of emotions as well as physical sensations. The journey underneath the mind and into a sensual emotional connection with your feelings and emotions and body is for sacred purpose. It's part of the path. You're one of the sacred but powerful minority that have chosen to come into a body and live consciously within it. And that might seem like it applies to everybody, but when you experience it for yourself, you'll realize that this is actually rather rare. Right? There's plenty of bodies without a spirit really residing in them to care for and love and honor them as a sacred animal. Fortunately, this minority is powerful enough that it can keep human culture in balance, but only just. We need each and every one of us that's capable to be aware of the task and move beyond the mind and into the body. And this is especially so if you've been really working on mind, body, soul connection. There's something coming up, an experience coming up that is allowing you to create a new path. Yesterday we pulled new blueprints, right? It's like painting your new picture, painting what it is. What's your next steps? Remember how important it is to use your words in a constructive way. We have on the bottom, we had against the grain. And I'm going to pull some tarot. I know I was getting a little too far into, we're going to just wrap these cards up real quick. We got against the grain, number 4, again, creating that stability, right? And there's a conflict, or there's a situation, or there's something that you're going to need to paint this new picture, create this new blueprint, speak out about what it is that you're wanting, pray on it, or again, use your artistic talents, express yourself in some way so that you can release those negative feelings and really step into what you do want. You got to feel to heal. And then collaborative dreaming. What came through when I saw this card was you could be doing something like some kind of like group, I don't want to say group meditation because it feels more like prayer. Feels like, you know, maybe you could help some people if there's a really chaotic situation at hand. The more people that are focused on your desired outcome, I feel like that's what this is speaking to. It's like if you could, talk about that desired outcome with others, perhaps, as if it's already here. One example for me would be I am going through some legal matters. I have a appeal going. They're trying to, the state unemployment is trying to make me pay back a bunch of money from pandemic assistance. And so what I've been really doing is focusing on my desired outcome. And I've even been posting about that outcome, allowing others to put some of their energy into my outcome of winning my case. Right? So no matter what it is that you're being faced with at this time, you're going to get through it and you're going to learn a lot. There's a lot of lessons that are coming out of this. Automatically, what just tried coming out of the deck, we got beautiful, beautiful cards for this with the Page of Pentacles. So this is manifestation. Somebody is going to be winning some money or receiving some kind of abundance. This is a financial opportunity for sure. There's something developing in the works here, and it's very divinely driven. You're going to have to put in some work, though. You're definitely going to have to put in some work with the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. But it's going to go exactly as you expect it to go. Okay, make sure that you are crossing your T's and dotting your I's and getting, what needs to be done situated. But I do feel like this is going to work in your favor. Have patience. Be modest. There is harmony coming. But you've got to choose it, and you've got to walk away from the criticism, the harshness to self. Trust in yourself, trust in the universe that everything is conspiring in your favor, and leave behind those, as best as you can. Leave behind those old feelings of doubt, of self-sabotage, of, escapism. Look, this is movement forward. It's going to work in your favor. Trust. If you trust and believe it will. It's going to. And there's also a lot that you can learn here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Wands. This is rapid change. Something's manifesting quickly in your favor. And it's also allowing you to do some deep soul searching. I freaking love this. I absolutely love this for you. Let's get some moon magic cards to wrap this up. All is well. But don't give power to what you don't want. I'm telling you right now, manifestations are so high. Let me know in the comments what it is that you're dealing with, or what emotions you're walking away from. For me, it's the worry of loss. And it was funny. I had almost given up. I just came to terms with it because I missed a date, and I thought it was a wrap. But I never gave up on my desired end result. I said somehow it's going to work out. Somehow this is going to get dropped, because I don't deserve this. What they're claiming is BS. And I just I've just been sticking with my desired end result. Now yesterday in the mail I got a letter saying that the judge didn't throw my case out, that she's going to hear me, and get this, it's going to be on 8/8 Lionsgate portal. You guys, there's blessings coming. Stick with the story that you want. We got, I know my shadow side and I work willingly to transform aspects of it. I love that. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. I feel like that comes out almost every day. It's like the universe really just pushing us, right? We got, I'm curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. I accept and create more flow and pleasure in my life. Yes, the more you can be in a place of gratitude, of happiness, of openness, of receptivity, the more all of those things are going to come to you. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. I love that. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. On the bottom, we've got my words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. Please share it out to somebody that could use my a reading or would maybe be uplifted in my work. If you would like to book a hypnotherapy session or a tarot reading, please reach out, message me. I am open for readings right now, one-on-one sessions. And please also make sure that you are subscribed. Hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Till next time, love you guys.